ここまで言われると俺もなえるな。もともとフレアみたいな豚には興奮できない。ヒール
Redo of Healer, an anime that was less of an anime and more of a hentai. When this anime got recognition and got famous, many controversies rised up, which led to many people hating this anime for its absurd plot. With a story focusing on revenge in the form of abuse, torture, and other inhuman acts, it's bound to rub people the wrong way. But still, there are a lot of people who also enjoyed this anime and want to watch more like these ones. I'm not blaming you if you clicked on this video. Everyone has rather a unique taste of their own. That said, if you have context or are watching this anime and you would like to watch more like this, then don't worry, because in this video I will go over this list for you, which have 7 animes which are kind of similar to the Redo of Healer. And yeah, this list is not ranked. So without any further ado, let's get started. On the 7th number, the anime name is Prison School. Located on the outskirts of Tokyo, Hachimitsu Private Academy is a prestigious boarding school which is only for girls. This school is very famous for its strict discipline. However, this all changes when school policy suddenly changes and now school is taking in boys too. Now, at the start of the first semester, under their new decree, only 5 boys have been accepted, effectively splitting the student body into a ratio of 200 girls to 1 boy. Kiyoshi, Gakuto, Shingo, Andre, and Joe are quickly thrown away into the school without having a chance to make a first impression. Unable to communicate with their fellow female students, the eager boy sets their sight on a far more dangerous task, peeping into the girls' bath. It's only after their plan is thoroughly decimated by an infamous underground student council, and then their crew find their freedom abruptly taken away from them, as they are thrown into the school's prison with the sentence of an entire month as punishment. Thus begins the tale of the boys' harsh lives in the prison school, a righteous struggle that will ultimately tense the bonds of friendship and perverted brotherhood. On the 6th number, the anime name is Ran's Quest for Hikari. The barbaric warrior Rance loves nothing more than a company of beautiful women. Traveling around the continent with his faithful slave Sil Plain, Rance takes an odd job for a chance to appease his insatiable libido. Although his perverted instincts often land him in hot water, people from far and wide nevertheless laud his heroic feats. While undertaking a request to locate a missing noble girl, Rance and Still arrives in a majestic kingdom of Liazas. As they split up to investigate several leads, Rance finds himself aiding the townfolk with various problems, from rescuing a kidnapped barmaid to purging an undead outbreak. Amazing both fortune and females, the warrior eventually uncovers a dark secret within the kingdom that only he can stand against. On the 5th number, the anime name is The Testament of Sister New Devil. Running into their new stepsister in the bathroom is not the best way to make a good first impression, which Basaru Tojo learns the hard way, when his father suddenly brings home 2 beautiful girls and introduces them as his new siblings. He has no choice but to accept them as his family. But when these seemingly normal girls reveal themselves as demons, the first one is Mio, the former Demon Lord's only daughter, and Maria, her trusted servant. Basara is forced to reveal himself as a former member of a clan of heroes, sworn enemies of the demons. However, having begun to caretaking of his new sisters, Basara instead decides to protect them with his powers and forms a master-servant contract with Mio to keep watch over them. With the heroes observing his every move and the constant threat of hostile demons, Basara has to do an impossible task to protect his new family members. Moreover, the protector himself is hiding his own dark secret that still haunts him to this day. On the 4th number, the anime name is High School DxD. High school student Issei Yodo is your run-on-the-mill pervert who does nothing productive with his life, peeping on women and dreaming having his own harem one day. That's the only thing he does. Things seems to be looking up for Issei when a beautiful girl asks him on a date, although she turns out to be a fallen angel who brutally kills him. However, he gets a second chance at a life when beautiful senior student Rias Gremory, who is a top-class devil, revives him as her servant, recruiting Issei into the ranks of the school's occult research club. Slowly adjusting to his new life, Issei must train and fight in order to survive in this violent world of angels and devils. Each new adventure leads to many hilarious and horny moments with his new comrades, all while keeping his new life a secret from his friends and family in High School DxD. On the third number, the anime name is Peter Grill and Philosopher's Time. After gaining the title of strongest warrior in the world, Peter Grill has finally proven his worth and is ready to take the hands of his beloved senior, the beautiful and innocent Levilia Sanctos. Peter expects to have a healthy relationship with her despite some objections from her father. Unfortunately, this dream quickly breaks apart as the news of his grand victory spreads among the women folks of other races, like ogres, orcs, elves, and others. Some of them even vying for his seed to produce offsprings blessed with his might. To avoid betraying the trust of his cherished Luvelia and causing a scandal, Peter strives to avoid other women's salacious advances. However, accomplishing such a feat with so many alluring women on his trail is easier said than done. Watch this anime to know how Peter Grill avoids all of those women and how he keeps a healthy and loyal relationship with innocent Luvelia. On the second number, the anime name is Shin Nanatsu no Taizai. This is not our 7 deadly sins of Nanatsu no Taizai. This is a different one. Lucifer, an archangel and former head of the 7 heavenly virtues, is banished from the heavens after revolting against the Lord's will. While plummeting from the skies, she is halted halfway between heaven and hell after crashing through the roof of a high school church. Though she is witnessed by Maria Totsuka, a soft-spoken student at the academy, Lucifer swiftly continues her descent into the depth of hell. Soon after her arrival, Lucifer finds about aspiring demon lord and fangirl Leviathan. Then the two decides to overthrow the 7 sins, the authorities of hell under the leadership of Belial. But with their combined powers, the 7 sins are able to repel Lucifer and contain her divine powers by placing a garb of punishment over her body, transforming Lucifer into a demon lord. Longing for revenge and accompanied by Leviathan, Lucifer makes her way back to Earth, where she forces Maria to become her immortal slave. Together with her new accomplices, Lucifer sets out on a mission to subdue the 7 sins so she may be free of the curse brought up upon by her garb. So I think this is a very good anime if you also are seeking for good plot too. On the first number, the anime name is World's End Harem. Okay, so World's End Harem is just a manga, but an anime adaptation is announced this year, and that's why I'm putting this into this list, because I know that this anime adaptation is gonna be crazy. But if you don't have any patience left after listening to this plot, then you can read the manga, because it is even crazier. Diagnosed with multiple sclerosis, is to be put into a cryosleep until a cure can be found. Shortly after, Reito decides to confess his pent-up feelings to his childhood crush Erisa Tachibana and bids farewell to his family and friends. As Reito goes to sleep and his consciousness begins to fade, Erisa barges into the room and declares that she will wait for him. 5 years later, Reito wakes up to the post-apocalyptic world where 99.9% of the world's male population has been eradicated by the man-killer virus, which came up 4 years prior. He is one of the handful of men who have become immune to this virus. Reito and the other 4 men are now invaluable assets to humankind and are expected to impregnate as many women as possible. Reito, however, is determined to find Erisa and refuses to make love with any other woman. With temptations lurking around every corner, can he hold on the women of his dreams? Watch this anime to find out. And that wrapped up for the video about top 7 animes to watch which are just like Redo the Healer. How many animes out of this list you have already watched? And do you have any other animes that are just like Redo the Healer but are not mentioned in this video? If you have any, then let me know about it in the comment section down below, so other people can also read those names and enjoy their time with fantasy harem animes. And yeah, that was for today's video guys. If you enjoyed this video, then don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel because I post daily anime content about top 10 top 5 listings, anime reviews, recommendations, news, theories and all sorts of anime content on daily basis. So if you enjoyed, please subscribe, and that was it, and I'll see you in the next one. Sayonara.